In a world filled with dazzling lights and brilliant beams, there was a tiny spark that always felt, well, not quite enough. You know that feeling, right? When everyone else seems to shine so bright and you're just there, flickering softly in the corner. This little spark would watch as spotlights swept across the sky, as stadium lights blazed through the night, and as fancy chandeliers sparkled in grand halls. What difference could I possibly make? The spark would wonder, dimming even further with each doubtful thought. The other lights seemed to have it all figured out. They were confident, bold, and commanded attention wherever they went. Our little spark? Well, it just tried its best not to fade away completely. But then came that one stormy night. The kind of night where the wind howls like 1,000 wolves and the rain drums against windows like an endless applause. Without warning, darkness swept across the city. First one neighborhood, then another, until the entire town was wrapped in a thick, unsettling blackout. The mighty spotlights, silent. Those impressive stadium lights, powerless. Even those elegant chandeliers couldn't muster a single twinkle. Panic began to spread as people stumbled in the darkness, calling out for help, searching for any sign of light. Our little spark, tucked away in its corner, felt the weight of the moment. It trembled, unsure and afraid. "I'm too small," it whispered. "What could I possibly do?" But something deep within flickered with determination. And so, gathering every ounce of courage, the spark did the only thing it knew how to do. It glowed. Not brilliantly, not blindingly, but steadily, just enough to cast a gentle light a few feet ahead. At first, nobody noticed, but then a child saw it and pointed it out to their mother. They used its gentle glow to find their way to safety. Someone else noticed too, and then another and another. Like a quiet ripple becoming a wave, people began to gather around the small but unwavering light. They used its glow to find candles, to comfort those who were scared, to bring communities together in the darkness. The spark hadn't changed. It was still small, still humble, but now it understood something profound. Sometimes the smallest light shines brightest when darkness feels strongest. As power gradually returned to the city, something had changed. The spark no longer compared itself to the bigger lights. It had learned that being bright enough to help just one person find their way was more than enough. Remember this little spark story. You don't need to be the brightest star in the sky to make a difference. You don't need to light up the whole world. Sometimes, being brave enough to share your small light is all it takes to change someone's world. After all, even the smallest spark can ignite the biggest changes.